Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna apologize in advance. I'm like very spent, or at least quite tired in a good way, and I just ate quite a bit of food, so I'm pretty sleepy. But I wanted to make a video. I mean, today's just been such a great day. It's been a really good past few weeks, and I just wanted to, I don't know, I guess make a video about some pretty big celebrations that I have to announce, I guess. And also just to, let you guys know that I'm here, I'm alive, I'm still doing well. I just haven't really been, time's just been like flying by. I just don't understand. It's like already a week into June. I just don't get it. But yeah, so it's been a while. So yeah, I wanted to, I guess one more thing too, what I'll say before I kind of tell you guys about my celebrations, is, with my previous video, I know I talked about possibly doing a video with somebody else and, having them share their experiences. I haven't been in contact with that person. I did reach out to them today. I don't want to bug them, and I understand if, they're like, well, maybe I don't want to share, I don't want to push that upon them, so, hopefully I didn't, offer, false I don't feel like I did, but I apologize if, if anyone's I don't know, I guess let down or disappointed. I doubt that's the case, or there's anyone, but, and that's not to say that it won't happen, but either way, it'd be cool if it does. I think that would be great. But if not, I totally respect, that person's decision, or, and especially it could just be busy. I've been busy. He's probably been busy. So that's all I'll say on that. But yeah, so as far as celebrations, well, of course, as we say in our recovery circle, another day clean and sober. That's always a daily celebration. But some pretty significant ones. So last week, I met with my probation officer, and he's like, yeah, dude, you're doing pretty much you're doing great. Stuff like that. And then I don't think I'm fully off probation, but he's like, yeah, we're not going to be meeting anymore, and he assigned me to somebody else. So I don't know how things kind of play out from here on out. But as far as I know, until I hear otherwise, I don't have to check in. Excuse me. Not nausea. Having a little bit of kind of a hiccup, or but yeah, I don't have to meet with him anymore, because we were meeting once a month. So that's gone. Which I'm glad. It's he was a cool dude, but it's nice to, with a few of these celebrations, have my schedule cleared up more, so that way I can commit more time to, doing recovery coaching, or getting back involved in the recovery community, where I live. Hopefully doing some more recovery coaching. Yeah, that's super nice. And then on that note, another big celebration, was I finally had my last outpatient group this week. I was very overdue, to graduate, but, the previous counselor that I had for most of my groups, he was awesome. I enjoyed my time in group, and with this other counselor that also came in too, but, I enjoyed my time in group, and, they didn't bring it up. I didn't bring up, graduation, and I kind of just rolled with it. So, I ended up doing over double what you would expect, someone to do in outpatient. So, it was just nice. Like a lot of the stuff I already know, not to be conceited, but I'm pretty familiar with a lot of the different topics. But it's nice to have that reinforcement, I suppose, and also just like a group environment where I'm talking amongst my peers and sharing things. But at the same time, it is nice now that I don't have to. What's nice about it, so I don't have to go to any groups anymore. Although it was just once a week for an hour and a half, which is not a really big time commitment. But it was in the middle of the day, like 2 to 3 p.m. or 2 to 3:30 p.m. And so don't have to do that. And as a result of that, because I'm no longer in treatment with this facility, I don't have to check the color line anymore, which is, I think I might have talked about it on my previous videos, but Monday through Friday, you get assigned a color. Monday through Friday, you check the website or call, and they'll have different colors listed for the day. If your color is called, then you need to go in and provide a urine sample. Fortunately, my color was only twice a month. So it's like not a huge commitment, especially compared to a mental health court where it was like 3 or sometimes even 4 times a week. That was a pain in the ass for sure. And I understand why, they would have that increased frequency for that accountability or evidence. Or in my case, because I kept having positive UAs, I guess evidence of wrongdoing or not complying with the, sobriety. But yeah, so this was only twice a month, but it's still nice to not have to like worry about check-in, because it's just kind of like takes one less thing for me to think about. Because it's like I have to always have like a daily reminder of checking that, because if you don't and your color's called and you didn't check and you didn't go, that's really bad. Which makes sense because if let's say I had used and I saw my color was called, I didn't want to go in because I would test positive, so I could just claim, oh, I forgot to check. So it counts as a false positive, there's legitimate circumstances or situations where, someone does forget, but usually that's most likely because somebody is trying to pull a fast one. So it's just nice to not have that in the back of my head, and it's nice to not have to have that obligation to bust it down there, do that, and bust it back. So yeah, 2 major celebrations I'm super stoked on. And also kind of just with my my clean time, I didn't make a video about me hitting the year mark, but that was in March 30th. So I'm already over 14 months clean and sober, which is just crazy. I might have mentioned it in one of my more recent prior videos, but yeah, it's awesome. It's just like, I don't know. I guess I know some people like to, and I don't think there's a right or a wrong way, but I think some people like to have more of an emphasis or focus on those milestones, which makes sense. It's nice to celebrate those accomplishments and achievements, especially with something that is such a heavy undertaking. But for me, it's just like, I guess I'm just not so important about like the amount. It's just the fact that I am, I think, is the most important part. So that's why I kind of also didn't really do anything special for that, because I just, I don't find it to be that solely focused on just, amount of clean time. And again, not saying anyone's wrong for thinking otherwise. I mean, everyone lives their recovery in different ways. That's kind of the beauty and also the trickiness of recovery, because, unfortunately, there's not just like one size fits all. We all have to discover our own ways to work our recovery and find out what is and isn't successful for us. I mean, there's similarities. Some things help a lot of people, whereas some things might only help a small niche of people. But anyways, I'm going off topic. Yeah, that's just so cool. So now that my schedule is cleared up, I do intend on going to down to the Recovery Cafe again, especially more frequently, because I actually have been the past 2 Saturdays for my weekly circle. But I only went there just for the circle and then just like dipped out. I didn't eat lunch or I didn't volunteer. But I do want to keep go more than just once a week, and I do want to start volunteering again, just because I really enjoy my time down there. It's a great environment, and I'll kind of show evidence of that in just a second. So today, I did go down. I made sure I woke up early enough to go to the gym and have enough time to bus it back to the Recovery Cafe. And now that I have this gym, I switched gym locations. It's way easier. And so I went down there, and I was down there in time before they at 12 o'clock they close the cafe down for 5 minutes of quiet time, and then they'll do announcements, and then they'll serve lunch from the remainder of after 12 to 2 p.m. So I like to try to get in there before 12 so I can like be part of the announcements, and sometimes they'll celebrate. Like today, somebody celebrated 6 years of sobriety. So everyone gathered around, and like people had coins for that person. It's super cool, and they celebrate other things too, like not necessarily clean time, but like if I had piped up, they would have clapped, like for graduating my outpatient group. I didn't though, just because I don't know, I don't like to like I tend to be still like shy or like more reserved. I don't want to draw that attention on me. So I was actually there for like kind of the full experience today for the first time in months. And it's really nice to be back. It's a great place. So with the evidence that I was talking about, how many people? Like over, I'd say over 5, like maybe like 7 to 9 people, different people at one point or another, like came over to me or like, saw me and engaged with me, and they're like, hey, it's good to see you. Where have you been? And what I really love about it too, it's not like oh, where were you? Like, what were you doing? Or like, are you okay? Like, like anything judgmental or intense, but it's just like a warm welcome, like, oh, hey, it's good to see you. How you been? You look good. So that was really cool to kind of, catch up with a lot of people there. I think it's also cool too, like it's such a nice tight-knit community, that fact that, especially one that I was part of when I was volunteering pretty consistently for months, where, I could be gone for a few months and then come back and like, people still recognize me, or it's like it, and especially in the context of like noticing that I've been gone for a while. So, and not to like, it doesn't like make me feel like important, like not to like with an ego, I guess. I guess it is nice to have that kind of just like acknowledgement or that validation, but it's not like, oh wow, I'm like such an important person because everybody knows me. Not like that. So, but so that was really cool. And, of course, great lunch. They always serve good food. So I had a really great lunch. I did go, that's also why I wanted to go early enough. I did go with the intention of serving today, but they already had enough people to serve. But it kind of worked out because I was able to get food, eat, and then talk with, you know, the multiple people that I was talking about. So yeah, it was just really nice. It's just such a great environment. I think, you know, hopefully as time goes on, more cafes or like other types of you know, places can be created across the country or even world, to give people a supportive place for recovery that they can come to and, you know, meet their basics, their essentials like food, which is, I mean, you can't live without food. That's the most important thing. But then combine it with that social aspect, that connection, and that love, support. It'd be cool to see that spread more. And I think, you know, that's kind of, I think there's multiple cafes in the state I live, and, you know, trying to spread. But anyways, yeah, just a great place. So I do intend on, I've been doing some paid surveys stuff. I have like this thing I'm doing over Zoom tomorrow morning, where I get paid actually a decent amount, which I'm really thankful for, because I'm running out of supplements, like protein. I've been going through them, and so I really need to replenish. So I'm doing that, but I should have enough time to do that. I'm going to eat beforehand, do that over Zoom, and then right after go to the gym, work out, and then bust it down to the cafe. I'm not going to have time to get there before 12, but I do hope to get there like around, you know, 1-ish or so, so that way I can grab lunch and then also kind of just meet with people again. And then of course I'm going to go on Saturday too for my circle. I might try to go early so I can serve, but I would prefer kind of not to serve on Saturday because I will be having my circle at 1 p.m. So it's not as conducive to, it's not like I can't serve from like 12 to 1, but ideally I would like to do 12 to 2 the whole time, or at least 1 to 2 where it's like more needed, because there's more people in the cafe from 12 to 1 than there is 1 to 2. But yeah, so it's just so awesome. I'm so thankful, so grateful for that, and grateful I now have the opportunity to get back into that. As far as other celebrations, dude, I've been getting freaking swole. I say that like ironically, like, you know, I promise I'm not like a gym bro. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, but yeah, no, I really have been getting like in pretty decent shape. My strength has especially been improving. My lifts, like my squat, my bench, have gone up pretty substantially in the past few weeks. It's been kind of exponentially growing, and I think, you know, as I've been getting into it, you know, I'm like tapping back into that mind muscle connection that I lost a lot of with my substance use, and of course from not working out for a while, but especially substance use, particularly the nitrous oxide, you know, with the nerve damage. So it's cool to be regaining that ability. I feel more intact, or more just like, I feel better holistically, like just in totality. I feel much more connected to my body and my mind and my spirit. And it shows. I mean, so it's like, so I can lift more, you know, I'm definitely getting a sizable difference in my muscle mass, which I'm thankful for. My mental health has been great as a result of consistent physical exercise. I've actually been eating decently too. I wouldn't say great, but I have been trying to emphasize more protein. So I was looking around for a box. I don't have a box, but I've been eating like the Quaker has this really good protein chocolate granola cereal. So I've like been eating that for breakfast, let's say, and then like a few Greek yogurts. And then Greek yogurts throughout the day, and then, you know, just like, again, this is not like a clean, healthy diet, but Walmart had these chicken, Frank's Red Hot Bites, chicken bites, on clearance for super cheap, which had a decent amount of protein, decent macronutrient profile. So I bought a bunch of those and like been eating that, and yeah, it's starting to really show in terms of just my physical and my mental health. So I think that's a pretty big celebration as well. I'm just looking forward to continue doing that. And with that, you know, just kind of comes that that ambition and you know, increased confidence in myself and the fact that I can do things, and energy is still lagging behind. The energy, you know, I can certainly still use quite a bit of improvement in that, but I know that will come in time. You know, that's still probably a lot of it's post-acute withdrawal syndrome. But I'm just proud. I'm just very grateful, and I'm proud of myself for being able to still power through, consistently work out, consistently, you know, attend to everything I need to for my recovery. Still doing the recovery coaching, still get to make videos like this, still living in the sober living house, just everything I'm just so incredibly grateful for. And it's like all really fallen into place, which is so awesome after so long of it just being, well, I mean, I guess like the past year hasn't been like a mess, but like before that, you know, my life had just totally exploded. And everything's completely changed in terms of what like my life was about. Pretty much in every aspect, you know, like, profession as a nurse, and had my own place, had a car, this and that. But I'm so much more happy now. I'm so much more at peace, and I feel so much more purpose now. So I would not take it back. There's no amount of money that, you know, I can't put a price on this. And that's not to say, you know, I can't make more money later, but I don't need a lot of money. I just want enough money to be able to, like, take care of myself and, you know, buy myself nice things, like I said, the supplements and protein and etc. And, of course, be able to take care of my parents when they get older, and possibly not able to continue taking care of themselves, whether that's physically or financially, both. But that'll come. So, yeah, lots of celebrations. And I'm pretty coherent today. My thought process is pretty solid, despite being tired. But yeah, I feel so great. Like, I just feel phenomenal. You know, just getting that runner's high in the gym. Like, it's nice to actually like get high just from exercise. Like, that has been lost from me for so long. Not since high school, when I was, you know, on the swim team and on the track team before I started using substances. So it's cool to start getting that back as well. It's like that natural high, that endorphins, and it's just fantastic. So I'm now starting to fall apart and ramble. I don't have much else to really say. So, as usual, I'll give you my spiel. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate every one of you guys. Gals, everyone, sorry. I don't mean to use, you know, gendered language or... But everyone, I appreciate everyone that watches, especially those that comment or like, subscribe. I love interacting with all of you. And yeah, so still hoping to put out more videos. I know I always say that. And then hopefully I will be able to reconnect with that person and maybe make a video with them. But again, I'm not trying to pressure them. You know, I don't want to pressure them. That's totally on their own volition. You know, because either way is fine with me, but I think it would just be super cool. So, so yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all are having a good week, and kind of going into the weekend. Tomorrow's Friday. You have a good weekend as well, and I will see you guys next time, okay?